Hi, my name is Jamani from Brooklyn, New York. I think in Java. I have been using Java for over 15 years. We are covering Barebow in Java.com GWT tutorial series. Where we left it off last time is actually go inside the browser and do some debugging. For the sake of moving on with this application, let's go remove the breakpoint that we had set before. I think it might still be there. So we go to inside Eclipse, we go to more tools and go to the breakpoints. Yeah, there's a breakpoint on line 42. Just keep in mind, remember I told you before that the debugging is no longer done when using Super Dev Mode and no longer done in Eclipse. It's done within the browser. Well, I don't know if it's 100%, but at least that's what they said in the on the uh, on the site or the documentation for Super Dev Mode. Anyway, I moved away from it. But anyway, if you go to the GWT project and there's an article on Super Dev Mode, it says the debugging is done in the browser. But I'm not sure if it's only the browser anymore or you can use both. But then nonetheless, I have it. So the only thing I want to do now is just remove the breakpoint. So I remove the breakpoint. I'm gonna get out of Super Dev Mode, refresh the application. There's no breakpoint and it's running. One more thing I wanted to show you that's nice uh, about when you're doing this, the cycle, the change cycle that you go in Super Dev Mode. Actually, in any development, you make changes on the back end on the code, and then you want to show it up on the browser. So, and when you use the classic mode, the process can take a little longer, and can be that can be daunting sometimes when you make for you to make a small change. You have to compile a slew of modules, even several different projects. That can be consuming. With the Super Dev Mode, the process of uh, of compiling your code is a whole lot faster. Case in point, I'm gonna go inside the the actual Java source code and change send it to send. Once I've done that, I'm not compiling here and within Eclipse. I'm gonna go back to the Chrome browser, refresh. There's a compile button on the Chrome browser at the bottom right. There's different ways to do it, but there's that feature. Let's use it. So you click that, it does a quick compile, I think. It takes seconds, like 4 point, in this case here, 4.4, and 4.4 is 4.7 seconds, which is great because before, I don't know if you remember, when we compiled it in the classic mode, it was like 13 point something seconds, 13.43 seconds. And here we're talking about 4 seconds, which is, major, I think, in terms of the back and forth when you go to the change cycle. So that's nifty, I think. So Super Dev Mode has its merit. It's just for the fact that number one, you could debug in the browser, and then two, the compile times are a whole lot ridiculously faster. So I wanted to show you that. So let's see what more I can tell you about the thumbs up about Super Dev Mode. Uh, Let me go back to the article. I'm not gonna do anything with it, but just show you where it's at since I mentioned it. If you go, sorry, I copied. If you go here, if you go to GWT project, there's inside articles Super Dev Mode. It talks a lot about it. So what thumbs up when I give Super Dev Mode? I think I not think I know. So Super Dev Mode definitely has a faster browser response time. The time it takes you click the from the Eclipse browser when you're in dev mode, and you bring up the application. The response time is ridiculous. It's a whole lot faster than the classic mode, and that's one. Two is faster compilation time, which I just showed you. And not only that too, I've also showed you that it runs on the latest browsers. It runs on IE, Chrome, and Firefox. Where the classic mode, the actual place you can do your developments within Firefox 24. Debugging is close to where we need it, which is where we do debugging was within the browser, closer to the JavaScript, which is a nifty little thing. And because of that, the development process, time in finding bugs is a whole lot faster. So there are issues with Super Dev Mode. That's the reason I came to the GWT project. If you go down below, however, there are disadvantages with the GWT. Here, I'll mention a couple. It's not a secure thing, but meaning Super Dev Mode, you have to run your development and behind a firewall and or in a secure server, basically in a local host. Because what it does is expose the code. Remember, because the code that you're looking at is actually available to the browser. So that can be dangerous if you don't want somebody to look at your code. So that might be not a good thing to do. So as you can see here, so that's one. So number two, it doesn't support HTTPS. And then two, personally, I'm not sure if all the browsers support this code handling. But all I'm doing so far is Chrome. It's probably plugins to get Firefox and IE to do it. Probably Firefox, IE, I doubt. I could not change. In other words, although I'm making the change, like remember I changed the button send it to send. I don't know if I haven't done it yet. I've tried it, it doesn't work. Where you can change. Matter of fact, let's do it here. If I change this to change send it, I don't know if there's a way to save it. I don't think you can even save it. Then you refresh the browser and get that to be reflected on the. I tried, I just didn't know how to do it. So have it reflected here. If I refresh the browser, the code that we get back is always the one from the Eclipse, the actual source code base, not the one that's inside the browser. So I don't know how to do that. So, and then to all the debugging, it looks like most of them are there. Or you can step forward, step backwards, da da da. It seems like they are features there with the browser. So overall, to me, it's the speed and the fact that you can debug within the browser. I think that's a nifty little thing with the Super Dev Mode. So folks, that's all for the tutorial on GWT Super Dev Mode. Hope you like my information, and hopefully I didn't talk too much and it was helpful. So thank you so much for hanging out with me. Bye bye.